Hello there, good morning to you all and a massive welcome to the channel. The addiction today is episode 7 of the Golden Zone project. So like normal, grab a drink and get comfy and let's see where the wheel is sending us today. Welcome to Stranglethorn Vale. Home to Zul'Gurub, the seat of power for the jungle trolls found all over this zone. You have the Bloodsail Buccaneers fighting with the Steam Weedle cartel for power of the zone and the rights to Booty Bay. Stranglethorn is a beautiful zone. It is also very deadly, as it is filled with hostile wildlife around every corner, but the options for making gold are extremely good. From a newly discovered farming location found in Zul'Gurub, to static AFK and open-world multi-farms, even vendor flips to a zone-wide farm. As I said, you have some nice options for making gold in Stranglethorn. Please do remember that this project is aimed at only showing you viable farming locations in zone that will make you gold, no matter the expansion we are in. All prices shown are correct and current as of when this video was made. Always check your auction house before you start farming, to make sure it's worth farming and not wasting your time. Starting with Farm 1, the first of 2 AFK fishing farms found in the zone. We are fishing for spotted yellowtail fish as the prices on them at the moment are through the roof, so worth grabbing while you can. The higher your fishing skill, the more chances you get at obtaining the rare fish. That is the basic rule across all the expansions in WoW. This spot, I just always seem to fish up a lot of spotted tail compared to other locations. You do not even need to fish in pools, just come to the location, cast and profit, it's that simple. Like with all tests I do, this being no different from the rest, I have been testing for a couple of days. And the prices have been around the 400 gold mark for a few days now, as you can see in the history report. Here are my results after my final 1-hour farm just fishing here, and you have to admit they are not bad at all. 33.5k gold for pressing one button every few seconds for an hour and not even being in the same room while fishing. You cannot argue with this result. I will show you the AFK method I use shortly. But for now we move on to the next farm. Farm 2, and that would be skinning for gold. This is an open world farm that has no restrictions or time limits to how much you can obtain. This farm covers the entire zone, from the Mistvale gorillas in the far south, to the blood scalp tigers in the far north, along with the crystal spine basilisk. Mid-zone you will find a lot of jungle stalkers and shadowmoor panthers, all waiting to be killed and skinned for gold. The zone-wide farm is rather good for medium and heavy leathers as well as hides. Anytime I am doing this farm, the 2 main spots I find most profitable are the blood scalp tigers and basilisks in the north and the raptors and panthers mid-zone, as you can see on screen. The mod density is pretty good at both spots, making it faster to travel between kills, therefore speeding up your overall farm and how much you can obtain. This farm is linked to the World Drops loot table for this zone, so you can get mogs while farming, also further increasing profits. Moving quickly on to Farm 3. This farm is located on the island found in the Vale Reef. There is only one island and easy to find. Farm 3, all you want to be doing is killing all the lesser water elementals found on this island for essence of water, which has an extremely good price and has not changed much these past 2 weeks now. Simply running laps of the island, as the respawn rates on these mobs are pretty fast. Ideal for a group comp setup, pushing this farm into a forced spawn location, but can be done solo also. Farm 4 requires us to get a fur wet, so go grab your swimming gear and let's get going. This farm is located also within the Vale Reef and is right next door to Farm 3. Any class and race can do this farm, you do not need to be a druid, but it bloody helps as we are deep sea diving and you will need a way to breathe underwater for long periods of time. We are mainly farming for giant clam meat and blue pearls, which can only be farmed from this location. Simply swimming around looking for clams to open and profit. The prices on the clams are always good due to this being the only viable method to farm with a decent respawn rate, which means you will never run out of clams, so knock yourself out with this farm. It's rather good and one I currently run a few times a week, because it's easy gold, it's that simple. Farm 5 is the Bloodsail Pirate Rep Grind Farm. This rep grind is a feat of strength in game, and was one of the more annoying rep grinds back in the days, due to how you obtain rep, which involved you repeatedly killing pirates for weeks upon end. Made so much easier these days with speed sets and rep contracts. I am still classing this rep grind as a flex as it's the only way you can get this cool title and pirate hat. You can make gold from this rep grind, but that will come from selling or disenchanting mogs and skinning leather as you go. If you are lucky enough, you can possibly obtain either the Hyacinth Macaw or Raptor Battles pets. Both are on the world loot tables but have a very low drop rate. But you never know, you could get lucky. Farm 6 is where the most amount of your gold will come from, and that is the Zul'Gurub dungeon. I will only quickly mention the newly discovered farming location within Zul'Gurub as it was only found recently, and I have details of this on my channel and on Discord. Links can be found below in the description. Now Farm 6 is really good for skinning savage leather and in a large amount. It's also home to the Primal Leathers farms. So let me quickly explain with the help of this map. I made the map very easy to understand. Any locations with a number and star are extra little mini bosses that once killed will drop a chest or box for you to open for extra loot. Killing these mini bosses does not lock you to the dungeon. Now the main locations are marked with a yellow circle. These are the locations of the primal bats and tigers. Of course, killing these will give you a chance on the primal leathers. The only lacing game where you can farm for these reagents. Last are the white lines. Do a complete full lap of the water, killing everything will give you more savage leather, deep sea scales and possibly pristine hide and transmogs. Most people never bother doing this, which is just wasting gold honestly, but each player farms differently. There are other farms here that involve you unlocking secrets of Zul'Gurub, which once complete will allow you to buy recipes brought back into the game and unlock other items needed for this, which can all be farmed and sold for a profit. Again, I will leave the details to the quest line below. Farm 7 is a very quick guide as it does not drop reagents unless you skin nearby victims. This farm is more aimed at the moggers. Around the zone you will find troll ruins, which killing these will give you a chance on the battle pets from earlier, but you also have a chance to find chests. And sometimes you can get very lucky with what you find. If only it would sell for that price. The mining and herbs found in this area can be good, can be bad, but honestly there are better locations to farm these faster and in better amounts. I am just showing you to cover all bases. With regards to AFK fishing, it's as simple as using a wireless keyboard or mouse and setting up a macro. Using the macro with your mouse, let's say, and the Better Fishing add-on will let you fish with just one button. And depending on the strength of your wireless mouse is how far away from your PC you can be. Turning up game sounds so you know when to cast and grab the fish, it's that simple. So these are the best farms currently in Stranglethorn Vale, which means episode 7 is complete. Any farms I did not mention are just not worth the time. Thank you so much for watching. I really do hope you found this useful, and I am sorry it took some time to get out. That will not happen again. But again, thank you. Please do not forget to hit that like and subscribe buttons and come join us on Discord. But for now, I am off to farm some more, so like normal everyone, stay warm, stay safe and Merry Christmas.